What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today, we have a very exciting video because right now we have a guest on our channel, which is Leonidas, the creator of Dog Bitcoin. Leonidas, could you educate our viewers on what we are doing today?
What's up, Vincent? Today, Dog will be applying for a spot listing at Gemini Exchange. Super excited. Cameron and Tyler are kind of heroes of mine, been OG Bitcoiners forever. Very excited to submit this application with you.
Absolutely. This is very exciting. And we'll get right to the process of it. We were doing this because we want to be completely transparent with the community. And this application is something that we're very excited about. We would love for Dog to be listed for spot trading on Gemini. But before we get into all that, let's go ahead and start the process.
Let's do it. So we're just going to click this apply now button. All right, email.
Okay, the next category is name of asset.
DOG.
And what is the ticker?
DOG.
What is the project website?
There we go.
Amazing. Now, the most important thing that differentiates Dog from any other meme coin out there is which blockchain is Dog on?
Yeah, so we're going to have to select other here. So we're going to say Bitcoin.
Beautiful. Now, please provide a brief description of the token/network's use case.
Dog is the #1 meme coin on Bitcoin with a $225 million market cap. Dog's mission is to onboard millions of people to Bitcoin. Dog has no team or roadmap and is a non-utility token. The Dog Army is one of the loudest meme coin communities on X, with 482,000 posts mentioning the Dog hashtag in the past 30 days. Dog ranks as the #4 most positively talked about cryptocurrency on X during 2025, with 3.61 million positive posts.
That's huge. Love it. That's grateful information. Okay, thank you for that. Now, the next category is who is filling out the form and what is your relation to the project?
Leonidas, community leader. We'll just be short and sweet there.
Alrighty. Now, please list the names of the founders and persons who control the functionality of the token/protocol and quote-unquote controlled persons, if applicable, and country of residence. Include any links to their profiles, LinkedIn, Twitter, Crunchbase, etc.
Awesome. So we also have a pre-prepared response here. So Dog is fully decentralized like Bitcoin and does not operate under a formal governance structure. Dog leverages the CC0 license to ensure that Dog is not owned by any single entity, but rather by everyone. This has led to the Dog Army independently creating art, app, lotteries, plushies, websites, podcasts, magazines, X accounts, IRL meetups, clothing lines, PFP collections, Telegram groups, and TikTok, Instagram accounts about Dog.
Beautifully said. Fantastic. Okay, moving on to the next category, and thank you for that information. Is the use case available to US token holders, not via a VPN terminal?
Yes, it's non-utility token, so people in the US can hold it and benefit the same as everyone else from Dog.
Beautiful. What platform did you use for the initial distribution?
So we've got a pretty short answer here. Just no platform was used. The Dog airdrop was fully on-chain via a series of custom transactions that delivered Dog directly to Bitcoin wallets. So short and sweet.
An amazing origin story. Okay, please list exchanges, aka centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges where the token is available.
This one's a little bit longer, so I'm not going to read everything, but basically here is a list of all the exchanges that are centralized, that spotless Dog, a list of some perp exchanges that spotless Dog, putting Kraken first on both of these, and then a list of DEXs like DotSwap and Magic Eden and so on. And then we have the lifetime volume of Dog as well down here of 11.8 billion.
Wow, that's incredible. Please give a breakdown of the token allocation, foundation, and founding team ownership.
Okay, so this one's super important. So Dog was airdropped in the fairest meme coin launch ever. In early 2024, the Bitcoin Ordinals ecosystem came together in a fully volunteer initiative that rewarded early adopters of the Ordinals protocol. There was no team allocation or foundation allocation, and 100% of the supply was airdropped for free. The airdrop algorithm did not favor whales or influencers and was determined by the community and made open source for maximum transparency. Dog operates under the CC0 license and is fully decentralized just like Bitcoin, which it is inspired by.
Amazing. Fantastic. Okay, next category. This is getting good. Please describe the tech stack of your network/protocol.
Yeah, so we're going to take this opportunity to just talk a little bit about runes and explain that Dog lives on Bitcoin L1 on the runes token standard. I have worked closely with 10 plus centralized exchanges to help them build a native integration with runes Bitcoin in order to list Dog. Listing of Dog would require a native integration, and we'd have to work with Gemini to help you guys get that integration built out. Fortunately, a lot of other centralized exchanges have done it, and it's actually not super hard.
Amazing. And Leonidas is the man to help you with that. Okay, next one is what is the contract address?
Yeah, so we use Dog Go to the Moon.
Okay, beautiful. Link to your source code repository, GitHub, org, contract repo, etc. if open source.
Yeah, so we're just going to skip this one. It's not like we could link to the airdrop algorithm GitHub, but Dog is a non-utility token. There isn't a bunch of source code that needs to be checked out.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, the last thing. Now we're finalizing it. By submitting this application, you certify it to the best of your knowledge that the above is a complete list of individuals who comprise the leadership or controlled persons of the project team of the asset. The project, its resources, activities, and personnel, including but not limited to its leadership and controlled persons, it's not itself associated with or owned or controlled by any person or persons that are. The target of any sanctions administered or enforced by the U.S. Department of Treasury Office of Foreign Asset Controls, the United Nations Security Council, the European Union, Her Majesty's Treasury, or any other legal or regulatory authority in any relevant jurisdiction, aka sanctions, or located, organized, or resident in a country or territory that is, or whose government is, the subject of sanctions, including at this time North Korea, Iran, Syria, Cuba, and the Crimea, Donetsk, or Luhansk regions of Ukraine. And this information is up to date, complete, and correct.
Awesome. So they just want us to put the date down here. So we're going to select today,
October
October
1st.
1st. Happy Dogtober, everybody.
Wow. Okay, the final button, the submit button.
All right, let's do it. I'm going to click submit, guys.
Amazing.
Sweet.
Asset listing request response has been recorded. Okay, now, Leonidas, I feel like there is a message that we should share with Gemini now that we've submitted this application. Is there anything personally that you want to share with the Gemini team, the Gemini asset listing team? Is there anything that you just want to share in terms of a message to conclude after this application?
Yeah, I mean, my message to the Gemini team is that, Gemini's roots are with Bitcoin as a Bitcoin exchange. And, you know, Bitcoin as a blockchain now has fungible tokens on it. Dog is the number two fungible token on Bitcoin after BTC, obviously. And I think it would be really, really awesome if Gemini users could have exposure to this new asset class of tokens on Bitcoin. And I think there's no better token than Dog. It's literally modeled after Bitcoin. It was attempted to be as fairly distributed and decentralized as Bitcoin. And yeah, we would be honored to be listed on the Gemini Exchange, and the Dog Army, which is this huge group of people, would be, I think, very excited to blow this up and bring a lot of attention to Gemini and trade and deposit and sign up and bring a lot of attention to Gemini. So we're here to support you guys.
That's amazing. And for the Dog Army, once this application, since it's going to go through this process, is there anything that you would like the Dog Army to do as they're reviewing the asset itself?
Yeah, we've now done this several times. We've been listed on many centralized exchanges, including tier one. The Dog, army is very unique in that we are very loud. We are very decentralized. It's a little messy and chaotic at times, but that's part of the power of the Dog army. We also don't pay listing fees. We don't provide liquidity. We're a very unique situation in that regard, given we were, completely fair airdrop. And what I like to sort of say here is, we can't pay for a centralized exchange listing with the sort of traditional fee that people pay to get listed, or the liquidity, or the marketing budgets, or whatever you want to call it. We can pay with our engagement. We can show an exchange, hey, we might not be able to cut you the check that these other, insider teams are able to cut you, but we can bring you a lot of attention. We can help you do an incredible, brand activation with crypto natives on X. We got to bring the attention. We got to bring our loudest dog army soldiers to the table, and let's show Gemini the dog effect. Let's show them the dog army stands alone. It's the loudest army of a meme coin community that has been assembled on X, and let's show them what we've got.
Amazing. That sets it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you just heard from the words of wisdoms from Leonidas. The application has just been submitted to Gemini. So with that said, we'd like to thank Leonidas for being on the show today, sharing with us the transparency and also the process of listing dog over in Gemini and how that is going to play out. We will let history write itself. But Leonidas, thank you so much for spending time with us today, allowing us to be a part of this journey. And we look forward to what's going to happen next.
Awesome. Thank you, Vincent.